precision cardboard fabrication right here.
Alright, so Jim's truck came in this morning, wasn't making any rail pressure. You could go 100% throttle and it would make 12,000 PSI at 100% throttle. So started doing some diagnostics on it. It had a fuel leak. A few of his rail lines were loose enough that it was leaking fuel. So we tightened those up. Made sure the wiring on the rail pressure sensor was good. Changed the FCA, make sure that wasn't an issue. And we also, I don't know if you can really see, we took the return line off of the rail just to make sure that his relief valve wasn't leaking. Ran it on a hose that runs to the outside so that we can see if any fuel comes out. So we went through a couple of diagnostic issues, added some current to try to get it to regulate fuel pressure a little bit better at idle. So I'm going to clean my mess up, go on a drive and see if we fixed it. Alright, so since I broke our dyno the other day, a few days ago, I'm out street dynoing it, just data logging it, making sure that everything is hitting the commanded set points that it needs. Take a quick data log, review it, and do it again. Alright, so on Jim Andrews' truck, after we checked the rail pressure, FCA, a few other things like that, it was still not holding rail pressure. He had failed to mention to us that the injector, or that he had replaced the injectors recently. So we pulled the fuel rail lines off and retorqued his feed tubes. They were really loose. I ended up, I think number 5 and 6, I almost got a full turn out of them. So I torqued those to 44 foot-pounds, put everything back together, and it actually held rail pressure like it was supposed to. So that was a relief to him that it wasn't a more serious problem than just a matter of retorquing.
So we have a 99 in the shop today. Obviously it's a second gen. It has having issues with the lockup coming in and out. So basically when I went and hooked a scanner to it and driving it down the road, it was just a solid line of commanding the ECM, commanding it on and off, straight on and off, on and off. So I'm going to go through the engine bay and check the cleanup grounds, checking battery cables, connections, making sure there's nothing loose, and kind of go through a process of elimination between a few other options that I might have and see what we can do to figure out the issue with it commanding lockup coming in and out. So I've got a good possibility that I might have a bit of diag time in trying to figure out what could be the issue, but it's go time. Alright guys, so we found what the issue was on the lockup, on the second gen that was coming in and out of lockup. What I had to do seems like a bit of a redneck fix, but we're having a wire interference in the power wire coming off the alternator. So what I did is found some aluminum foil, wrapped it up I probably gave it, I would say 3 or 4 layers out around the wire, and then wrapped it nice and tight, covered it with the electrical tape. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what we had here, and just so you know that some trucks we've tried this on, it hasn't worked previously. This is the first truck I've done that I've seen a night and day difference. 100% took care of the issue. So we got some data on the scanner here that I had from before when we still had the issue of it locking and unlocking. Every line that it's showing on the torque converter control, I just took a picture of the kind of little data on the scanner option, and it shows that every line you see is either commanding lockup or unlock. So it went from, what you guys will see is it went from this to absolutely nothing jumping in and out of lockup.
Okay, last week we broke the dyno and we started what we called Australia and ordered another set of rollers because it actually broke the shaft, and there were a couple weeks on getting another replacement set out. So our quick answer was to talk to Johnny Gilbert at Stainless Diesel. He has the same dyno except it's the Daytona model, which is in a bigger frame, 12-inch roller instead of a 10-inch roller, has a larger shaft, has the eddy current on each side instead of all on one side. It's the same software, virtually the same dyno, it's just in a chassis made for heavier trucks. So with the heavy use that we do here at Firepunk with a lot of 1,000 horsepower plus trucks, we thought it would be a good fit for us. So we're going to install the new dyno in the bay today, and then we're going to put a whole new drivetrain in the old dyno, and then it will be up for sale. I have a couple interested buyers in it now, but if anybody is interested in a good solid dyno, we will have one for sale here in a couple weeks when the new rollers show up.